Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at another popular figure from the Kenner line of the original 80s. This is from Return of the Jedi. It needs no introduction. It's Jedi Luke Skywalker. I've got several. I've got about 10 of them in my collection. Here's 4 decent variations. I'm going to show you the accessories after we look at the figures. So the first variation, and it's not really a variation as much as it is an error. This figure here, as you can see, it has no facial expression. And I bought it that way in 1983 when I was about 10 or 11 years old. And I remember not having a face. That was kind of the Kenner quality control issue back in the day, but we didn't care. These were Star Wars figures and that was fine by us. So this one here also has your typical sort of gray, brown, beige cape, very classic, okay? And then this next one here, this one has a very different type of hood. This one has that rolled edge like that. And I like that cape a lot. It just looks a little bit more finished to me. They just seem to put a little bit more care into it. The sewing on this particular one looks a little bit better like that. And as you can see here, this guy has his face painted. He's got sort of almost an orange brown hair, black eyebrows, black pupils. And a very common thing is on just about every Luke you're ever going to see, there is always paint wear on the nose. These guys I have not touched up. I do have several that are touched, but these are original vintage. And this skin color here on this one and this one are about the same, but the next one, this one here is a little bit peachier skin color, all right? And this cape here is a very different color. I don't know if you can tell, but if I zoom out, this one here is definitely more of a copper orange color than the others. Sometimes it's hard to tell on these videos, but trust me, it's a very different color, a little bit richer. His skin color is peach, and if you look at his face, he's actually got brown. He's got brown eyelids, or excuse me, brown eyelashes, and brown pupils. Ooh, hold on. There he is. So you can actually see he's got brown. This guy has black, this guy has brown. And then the last of my favorite variations is the clasp cloak. So this one actually has a metal clasp where the chin meets, the two pieces meet. And this is not a very difficult cape to find, but I do like it because it is a major variation from the other Lukes. So it's always kind of fun to have a major cloak variation. It's about the same color as the other ones, but that clasp really separates it. And this guy has paler skin, and he's got sort of brown pupils and black eyebrows. So once again, you can kind of see the color variation in the skin and the eye color and everything. It's kind of all over the place. But here, we're going to zoom out now, and then we're going to get into some of the accessories. So there are variations in the lightsaber color. There are 2 known variations, green and blue. Here's an original. I keep them in the case. Here are the cases. So this one here, you can see it's a green lightsaber, pretty classic. I would say this is the far more common version. And then here is an original Kenner Jabba blaster that comes with Luke. So those are his basic loadout right there. That's it. But there is a variation that I was able to find as a kid. Again, the unpainted face one came with a blue saber. And this blue saber is original. I broke the handle off it way back in the day. And this is a reproduction, a rather poor reproduction. It's much lighter than the dark gray original one. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? So this blue lightsaber came out, in my opinion, first, and then they made a running change back in 83, later 83, 84. But the blue lightsaber, I can tell you it's real. I bought it myself way back when. And then here's another version of a green lightsaber. And I think this one here is just the slightest bit lighter green than this one. Now, is it a variation? It's hard to say. I think it kind of counts for me as one. It definitely looks different enough for me to call it different, but I don't think it's really been documented. And then here's another original blaster. So I do have about 10 Lukes. I do have all of their accessories. I do have a couple of reproduction blasters. But that kind of covers some of the major Luke variations. I hope you found it insightful. Maybe it gives you something to hunt down. And thank you so much for checking it out. We'll do it again soon.